Bill DeWeese here, voiceover talent, voiceover coach from voiceoverrevolution.com. And today I was just reading an email from one of my students who started going through my training a few months ago and is now facing a problem that I thought might be helpful to share with you. Now, this is the kind of problem that most of us hope to have, and that is we become so busy that it becomes hard to actually manage the work and keep prior commitments made. Now, you may be saying, well, gee, I'm not even close to being in that situation. Maybe not, but I think the principles that are applied here work for anybody because it has to do with dealing with and communicating with clients. So here's the email. It comes from Lauren. She says, "Dear Bill, my question this week might seem trite or laughable, but the standard is to be appreciative of our opportunities and to underpromise and overdeliver. But what do you do when you are truly blessed with amazing opportunities, but you found that by mistake you have overcommitted to projects?" And then she goes on to explain that. She's committed to projects and now has so much work coming in that she's having a hard time and doesn't think that she can keep previous commitments. Well, let's talk about just the idea in general of how to deal with clients when you get into a situation and you may not be overwhelmed with work, but maybe something has come up or happened and, stuff happens, life happens. And sometimes, we have great intentions, but can't always hold up to our end of the bargain, even though obviously, we should try 100% to do that. But when we can't, when things beyond our control happen, what do you do? And my advice to Lauren and to you is this: transparency and honesty are always the best policy. Certainly, you do everything within your ability to honor commitments. That's what creates trust, and that's what creates ongoing relationships in business and ongoing business. However, if something comes up that is beyond your control and you cannot deliver as promised, the worst thing that you could do would be to ignore it. And unfortunately, that seems to be what most people do. If they cannot hold up their end, they just kind of disappear, or they just deliver it late without saying anything. Always be honest and transparent. You communicate with your clients. So what I would advise in this situation is I would simply get back to my client and say, I wanted to let you know that due to unforeseen and unexpected growth in my business, I have accidentally overcommitted to too many projects. And because of that, I may be a little late on yours. And then I would go on again to say, I'm terribly sorry. Again, this was not my intent. I did not realize that things that, would grow as quickly as they have. However, I will do everything within my power to A, make sure that I learn from this so that I can better manage your projects going forward, and B, get this to you as quickly as I can. Most clients, not all, but most will completely understand and just be appreciative that you were honest and communicative. The worst thing that you can do is say nothing. Does it sting a little to be honest and admit that you blew it? Yeah, but you know what? Again, sometimes stuff happens. It happens to everybody. And you've got to be honest. So remember, honesty and transparency are always the best policy. Clients like to work with folks, voiceover talent, who, are talented and yes, deliver on time, but they appreciate integrity and honesty and, again, transparency. So let that be your policy. Communicate often and frequently. I hope you find this email helpful. As a matter of fact, if you want to have the same problem as Lauren, if you want to have more work than you know what to do with, and it can happen, believe it or not, it can happen, and many of us have experienced that. It doesn't happen overnight. However, you do need to make sure that you have a plan and that you're on a proper path. And if you want to find out more about how to do that, I've put a link down in the description so that you can watch my latest webinar, which is called How to Start and Build a Six-Figure Voice Over Business. So check it out, watch the webinar, like this video. I hope you'll share and subscribe, and I look forward to talking to you soon.